Hey y'all, I'm Chris, and this is It Worth It, y'all? And today we are gonna show you how to make homemade hamburger helper with peas on top. And this is our introductory episode, episode 1 of Quick Canning Cuisine. What we like to do here is focus on using the canned goods that we've already put up in our storage. Canned meat, canned broth. We're gonna use some quick ingredients, and we're gonna get this food on the table in under 30 minutes. So stick around, and we hope you enjoy this first episode of Quick Canning Cuisine. All right, y'all, our goal is to work in real time. So I'm gonna take and start our pasta. We're gonna use, I can't get that open. We're gonna use our stock that we made back in January of 24. And then if we need some more liquid, we're gonna do another quart. So the goal is to do this in real time. So we're not gonna cut the camera, we're gonna keep it rolling. I'm gonna move you around and so we can see everything. Now what's great is, I think we've got, the only thing we really have to do to the meat that I've already got canned is kind of cook off the juices. All right, here is our second set of liquid. So this is why I think it's gonna help with prep time, because, let's see, can you guys see me? I'm gonna move you over just a little bit. There you go. This is going to help with cook time because this meat is already cooked, and all we're doing is heating things up. So really the only thing that we're cooking from dry, not raw, but dry, is the pasta shells. We're going to make this easy and quick. So the only thing we're doing right now is waiting on water to boil. And then waiting on this. I'm going to do 2 batches, so. Waiting on this to cook off. All right. I am going to use, I'm going to cheat and use macaroni and cheese for the pasta. I don't mind. This is the Aldi brand. If you guys have an Aldi, these are from Aldi. They're like $1.75. And they actually taste really good. If y'all can't see me, I'm throwing pasta on the floor. Okay, we're gonna do 2 of these. You know what, I'm gonna get a lid for this pot so it'll heat up faster. That's a trick for you. Put a lid on that. And with Quick Canning Cuisine, we're really interested in making sure that you guys can use all the products that you've put up in your pantry and use them in actual meals. Greg and I were searching on the internet, and we just were like, there's no recipes that use, or if there are, they're very minimal, and they're not like one recipe per video, you know. So this is I know Hamburger Helper is not hard to make, but we just want to show you how to use the foods that are in your storage already. So that's the biggest takeaway for this, is we want to show you how to actually use the stuff that we show you how to put up. So I'm gonna turn you back around, stick you back on the thing, and here we go. We do have some leftover soup from yesterday. I think we're going to use this because, you know, Hamburger Helper has more of like a tomato base type. So I think we're going to use this in the in the mixture, like in with the cheese sauce. We'll do a little bit of butter, but not a lot. And then we'll use that in the mixture instead of milk. I think that'll like jazz up the flavor. I think. We'll see. If it's a total flop, it's a total flop and you'll never see this. But if it worked, here we are. All right, here's the hurry up and wait phase. We'll fast forward you through this because we are filming and cooking in real time. All right, time to stir. This is a lot of liquid, so I might actually put it through a colander real quick. I think that'll help speed this up. Oh yeah, I'm off camera, but that would have taken forever. So yeah, if you've got a colander, run this meat through a colander. There we go. That's way better. Now we can get some browning on it. Much better. All right, we're about there. What are we looking at? 8 minutes 20. We almost got a boil. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting there. It's moving. So it looks like the the longest part of this whole thing is cooking pasta. She's moving. Oh, there we go. Full boil. All right. Dumping these guys in. I believe it's another 8 minutes to cook all the way through. Here's another reason why I like to, there's my timer. Another reason why I like to use stock is the stock already has fat in it from the animal that we processed. So you don't really need to add anything. You just get to boil the pasta. It's great. Everything's already in there. Because I like to season my water. I don't know about y'all. I'm over here opening the cheese packets. We'll have those sitting here ready for the timer to go off. Do a little stir on this. Now, things that you can add in here that I'm not going to, but you could. Onions, bell pepper. Like, you can really fancy this up and make it just gourmet. But this is just the meat that we had in our canning jar. We drained it, and now we're just kind of giving it a little brown. Stirring our pasta. We're just making mac and cheese. We're just giving this a little brown. Almost there, because the last part of this comes together so fast. I'm gonna go get a can of peas for you. Yeah, this meat's done. This is what I like about canned meat too. You didn't have to sit here and fry it. Now, if you didn't have jarred meat, obviously, if it was thawed out and fresh, cooking the meat would take the same amount of time as having this water come up to boil and then boiling the pasta. So you could do this with just fresh meat from the grocery store or having it already thawed. Now this is, I just love doing this because this is just an easy, healthier way that I feel like you could have Hamburger Helper. We got organic pasta and cheese sauce. The ingredient list is really not terrible. Yeah, there's nothing, I mean, I can pronounce all the words. That's always good. Can of peas says peas and water and salt. We like that. All right, we got about 3.5 minutes left on the pasta. Then we're gonna drain and assemble. All right, I'm gonna show you how I do my peas. I literally just open the can. I like to drain the liquid off. Black pepper, butter, zap it. That's it. All right, we're at 15 minutes, y'all. That's going in there. That was 2 pints or a quart of meat, ground meat. As soon as that timer goes off, we'll move on to assembly. Turn the peas on as soon as this goes off. All right, peas are on. I'm gonna go dump this off camera real quick and I'll be right back. Now the other thing that I usually do in here is I will add, I'm gonna turn this back on because this tomato soup was cold and I don't want it to get too cold. I usually do onion, garlic, and all that, but it's already all in this pasta sauce or this tomato soup that we made last night. So we're gonna dump that in. We're gonna add the cheese packets. I'm gonna stir this up, see how it goes. If it's a little liquidy, that's fine because we still have to put the, oh, it looks just like Hamburger Helper. Even with the white cheddar. Can you guys see in there? Look how good that looks. That looks just like Hamburger Helper. Okay, now I'm gonna add the meat. Let's throw some meat off in here. Let's go like that. See what it looks like. Ow, that's hot, Chris. Don't touch it. Oh my goodness, y'all. This looks just like Hamburger Helper, except with shells instead of, you know, macaroni noodles. Oh, what do you think? I love it. Look at it. Oh, that, here, let me turn. There's a light. Yes. Okay. We're turning that off. I don't think it needs any more meat, y'all. I'm not gonna use, we'll put that meat in something else. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay. I'm gonna plate some of this up. Oh my goodness, y'all. Look how pretty. Okay. And we always serve it with peas on top. That is the one way I could get my son as a little boy to eat something green, was stick it on top of Hamburger Helper. There we have it. And where are we at? Oh, I don't have my glasses on. Hold on. We are plated up at 20 minutes. Dang, y'all. Okay. Taste test. And it's hot, hot. Okay, hold on. I'll spin me around. Okay, let's see. Here we go. For 20 minutes, y'all. That's all it took. It's fantastic. If I had it, I would add cream cheese to make it creamier. Y'all, you got 20 minutes. Do this. All right, well, that was episode 1. 20 minutes, dinner's done and on the table. So we hope you liked this first episode of Quick Canning Cuisine. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And until we see you on the next video, bye, y'all. I think I'm gonna be full by the time Greg shows up. Don't tell him. So good. Okay, bye.